So concept is what? Concept is, guys, concept is, there are two things here. Suppose you want to define a contract. Basically, interfaces are used to define a contract for the classes to provide implementation. Through interfaces, our interfaces will help us to define a contract to the classes, which is nothing but what in whatever the methods I'm just declaring, or whatever the methods I'm making them as abstract methods in my interface. So those abstract methods, the classes which are implementing this interface has to override them. So interface is just only to define a contract, but in interface we cannot define concrete implementations. Only just define the contract for the classes. So the classes are responsible for providing implementation for the abstract methods of the interface. Okay. So this example, this concept we will discuss in a generalized format. So basically what I'm trying to say is, now instead of just, telling in the air, I just want to write the point here. So interfaces, basically what's the point I wanted? Interfaces are used to define a contract. Okay, interfaces are used to define a contract for the classes. Okay, is define contract for the classes, which means what? The classes which are implementing this interface, they must define, or they must override, or they must redefine all the methods that are in interface. It is like just defining a contract. It's a contract for the classes. So how we can understand about this? For example, see, generalized example I'm talking about. I want to explain about the general example so that you can connect with the interfaces. General example is, let's say for example, I'm an IT company. Okay, try to understand the concept, right? I'm running an IT company. So I have decided that I would like to offer the food for my employees. Okay, I'm an IT company. I am running an IT company, and I have decided that I would like to provide food for the lunch for all my employees. I want to provide this facility. I want to provide lunch facility for all my employees. So there I am defining a contract. So as an IT company, I will define a contract. Okay, and whoever the catering company who are interested to follow my contract, who are interested to agree with my contract, they have to follow all the instructions that I am just providing in the contract. Like the food should come in on time, there should be no delay, right? It should be hygienic food. Okay, must use quality oil. Okay, must provide these many items in a day, per meal in a day, right? So I'm defining what? Some kind of contract. If a catering company is interested to follow my contract, they have to implement all my rules. Am I right or not? Could you understand this example? This is a general example of understanding about how contract is. Yes. Could you able to relate this concept with interfaces now? So basically,
Yes,
what I'm defining, I'm defining a contract. As an IT company, I'm defining an interface. So in my interface, okay, there are no implementations, there are no concrete things. I am just writing only abstract points. So who should provide implementation for all these abstract points? The catering company or a restaurant, okay, who is willing to tie up with my IT company, they have to definitely follow these instructions. Nothing but they have to provide implementation for them. This is called defining a contract. This is the best example and easy example so that you people can understand and correlate the concept with the interfaces. So basically, as an IT company, I'm defining an interface. I'm creating an interface, and in that interface, I'm just writing all the guidelines, rules otherwise. But whereas when you relate it with the programming in Java, what are you going to write is abstract methods. And who should provide implementation for this contract? Let's say restaurant. Here in our case, the classes. So in Java, suppose if you want to define a contract for the classes, then you have to create an interface. So basically interfaces are given to define a contract for the classes. In interface, you cannot find abstract methods. You cannot find concrete methods. Okay, you can find abstract methods, which means what? Through interface, we can able to achieve complete abstraction. In abstract classes, you can also write abstract methods, but still you can also write concrete methods. Am I clear? You can write abstract methods and as well as you can also create concrete methods as well. So there also we can achieve abstraction, but it's partially. We can able to achieve partial abstraction through abstract classes. But we can achieve pure abstraction with interfaces. So interfaces is the way to achieve pure abstraction. Because in interface, we can write only abstract methods. Okay. But of course, from because of the requirements, okay, what happened from Java 8 version, in interface, there are two more, we can able to write static methods also. And there is a new concept given called as a default methods. So now we can able to define default methods and static methods also in interface. That is from Java 8 onwards. But when we are not calling them as concrete methods, they have given separate names for them, like default methods and static methods. Of course, they have implementation. They are looking like concrete methods, but Java 8 has given a separate name for those methods. They are called as default methods, and also static methods also we can edit. This is allowed in from Java 8 in interfaces. Okay, na? So basically what I'm trying to say is no, interfaces can be used to achieve complete abstraction or pure abstraction. Okay. So what we can add in interface, we can create only abstract methods. And not only abstract methods, and even we can also create static final variables. You know already the word like static final. It's not a new for you, right? You know about static, you know about final, and we have discussed it already in the last 2 days back. Okay, we discussed about final keyword. Am I right? You know about the concept of static and final. Am I clear with you? So what in interface we can do? We can in interface we can able to write the abstract methods and static final variables. Okay, in interface we can create abstract methods, and also we can create variables. But what type of variable they are? Static and final variables. Okay, and all the variables and all the methods, abstract methods, are public by default. Even though you are not writing public, they are going to be public. So basically in interface, what we can do, we can create public abstract methods and public static final variables. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is now, guys, for example, interface is a keyword, right? See, let's say I'm creating interface like this. Interface I1. Just let's take I1 only, or inter1. Okay. If you look at this keyword is interface. Okay, interface name is inter1, and inside this, suppose I'm writing something like inter double. Okay, let's say double. Please understand. Okay, double. Let's say I'm writing like this: interest underscore rate equals to 0.10, 10%. And I'm also writing a method like this now. Return type is double. Method name is deduct fee. Okay, some method, semicolon. Simply I'm writing deduct fee. Okay, just try to understand everyone. Next I'm writing, for example, called double. Let's say deduct Deduct insurance. Okay. Yes, if you look at this now, could you tell me first of all, how many variables and how many methods are there in this?
One variable.
One variable and two methods.
Exactly. There is one variable and two methods are there. Guys, everyone, okay? There is one variable and two methods are there. The first variable is of type double. But actually, this is just I'm writing double interest rate. But actually, this variable is by default. Public, static, final. It is public, it is static, it is final. By default, you no need of writing them, whether you write them or if you don't write them. Now, this variable is what? Public, static, final variable. Because it is static and final, because of it is a static final variable, that's why we are writing this variable name in uppercase letters. Generally, it is a Java naming convention, right? What's the naming convention in Java is, whenever you are writing any variable as a static and final, it's a static final variable, you have to keep that variable name in uppercase letters. So that's why I'm writing in uppercase. That is one of the naming convention that we have to follow in Java. Am I clear with you? Right. So this variable is what variable? No, it is a public, it is static and final. It's a public static final variable. Data type is double. Variable name is interest rate and value is 0.10. Okay. Please understand. Everybody. Okay, right? And whenever you create any variable like this, guys, you must have to initialize the value of this variable in the interface itself. Because we cannot define a constructor. We cannot define a constructor in interface. Interfaces does not have a constructor. Generally, you know, if you have a variable, you can initialize that. You can initialize the variable with a value in a constructor. Am I clear? But interface does not contain constructor. In interface, you don't have a constructor. Am I clear with you? That's why you must initialize it directly. Okay. Now coming to these methods. See, there is semicolon. Basically, this method has only signature, right? This method also having only signature, but they don't have any body. Basically, these two are called abstract methods. Okay. What I'm saying is these are public and abstract methods. Are you writing public means no? Are you writing abstract means no? If you write also, there is no error, but you know of writing them. Means interface is a collection of, if you look at an interface, it is a collection of public static final variables like this and public abstract methods like this. Okay, so how can we define an interface now? An interface is a collection of public static final variables and public abstract methods. Am I clear with you? Did you understand my example? It is a collection of public static final variables and public abstract methods. Am I clear with this? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Could be able to, yeah. So what's the point I want to say, guys? An interface, okay, an interface is a collection of public static final variables and public abstract methods. Okay, of course, from Java 8, this will discuss in Java 8 version features. From Java 8, interface can also have or can also contain
Static methods.
Can also contain default methods and static methods. This will understand it. Java 8 features. Currently, no. Currently, we are not discussing this. Am I clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. From Java 8, interface can also contain default methods and static methods. From Java 8, do remember this. From Java 8, interface can also contain default methods and static methods. Okay. Okay, good to know, guys. Okay, so what's the keyword that we are using is interface. As usual, guys, to understand here, what's the point I'm saying is interface can be a default interface or could be a public interface. At interface level, we can use what access modifiers? If you don't write any access modifier, by default is default, right?
Yes, sir.
We don't write any access modifier or access specifier any word. By default is default. And otherwise we can make it as what? Public. If you look at class also same thing. If you look at class also same thing. What happens in class? At a class level, what access modifiers we can use?
Public and default.
Public and
Public or
default.
default. Public or default, anyone. Similarly, for interface also same thing. Could you tell me at interface level also what we can use? Either a default or
Public.
public or
Access.
default. Am I clear with you? Access modifier, right?
Yes.
Good. But the keyword that we have to use is interface.
Interface.
Basically, interface is a keyword. Just a minute. Interface is a keyword. Is a keyword to create an interface. Okay. The access modifiers. The access modifier for an interface could be either default or public. Okay, let me save it with the today's date. Am I good with this case? The access modifier for an interface could be either default or public. Am I good so far? Did you understood so far what I'm trying to explain?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So the access modifier for an interface could be either default or public. Either default or public. Sure. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Yes. Let's say, for example, we will write example. Example, we are writing something like this. Example, let's say I'm writing something called interface. I can even use public also, otherwise default. Public interface. Please understand, public interface. And let's say, for example, interface name is okay, something like remunerator. Okay, some name I'm taking, it doesn't matter what name it is. Okay, public interface. What's my interface name? Remunerator. Okay, inside this I'm creating double, same interest rate equal to 0.10. Then I said double deduct food fee and semicolon. Then I'm also writing double let's say deduct okay insurance or what that may be. Okay, deduct insurance fee, semicolon, then close. Nice. If you look at this now, there are what I can say. Okay, there are how many methods here, guys? Do you know how many methods we have here in my interface called remunerator? How many methods we have? 2. Both are abstract methods. Both are abstract methods. And what is this now? Interest rate is equal to 0.10. This is the variable. But are you writing any public static final? No. But by default, this variable is a public static final variable. And by default, these two methods are public and abstract methods. Am I clear with you? Even though you are not writing them, but feel all are public. And this variable is a static and final. That's why we are writing in uppercase letters. And these two are called abstract methods. Okay. Right. Next. So, interfaces are implemented into what? Classes. Which keyword that class has to use is implements keyword. Suppose if a class wants to implement that contract, I mean, if a class wants to override these methods and if they want to write the logic for them, okay, if a class wants to follow the contract, that's what the meaning, then it has to use implements keyword. Normally, previously extends keyword in inheritance. Suppose you have a class and your child class, child class wants to get the behavior from parent class. Then which keyword that child class has to use to get the behavior from parent class? What's the keyword that we used at the time of inheritance? Could you tell me what the keyword? Could you tell me? I know, but I want to ask you. Which keyword? Extends keyword. Extends. Very good. Extends keyword. Extends keyword. Could you tell me now which keyword I'm going to use now?
Implements.
Implements keyword. Nothing but which keyword that a class has to use which keyword now? A class
Enumerator.
has to use, has to use what? A class has to
Implement.
use implements keyword. Implements keyword. Okay, a class has two keywords you are getting now. One is interface keyword newly, implements keyword. A class has to use implements keyword to implement an interface. A class can implement an interface. A class can extend a class. Am I right or not? Okay, let's go ahead.
Yes.
Yes. A class has to use implements keyword to implement an interface. Okay. If a class implements interface, then that class has to override all abstract methods. Okay, that's the same concept again. Suppose my interface has two abstract methods, right? And the class is overriding only one abstract method, and the remaining one abstract method is not overriding. Then tell me, what should I do? Could you tell me what should I do in this case? Did you get my point, guys? Did you get my point?
No, sir. Once again.
What I'm saying is I'm writing class now. I'm writing a class implements remunerator. How many abstract methods are there? First of all, could you tell me in interface how many abstract methods are there? Two abstract methods are there. Then tell me the class has to override how many abstract methods of this interface now? Two methods. But actually, it is just only overriding one abstract method. The class is now just overriding only one abstract method, and it is not overriding the other one. Then what should I do? Did you get the clarity on this point? Did you get the clarity on this point? What's the point I'm saying now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, thing is, what I'm trying to say is now, suppose yesterday we got about abstract classes. I have a parent class. In parent class, two abstract methods are there. In child class, I'm just overriding only one abstract method, not two. Only one I'm overriding. Other one I'm not overriding. Then what should I do? Then what should I do?
Make it as abstract.
Then I should make the child class as abstract class. Am I right or not? Because still it is containing abstract method. Hey, did you get my answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Similarly, suppose, see guys, see what I'm saying is there is a class I'm creating. Class, let's say, see here, class. Let's say class. I'm writing a class like this. Class. Okay, class name is something. Let's say full-time employee. Let's say full-time employee implements. See the keyword here. What are the keyword, guys?
Implements.
Implements. What the interface name? Remunerator. Guys, okay, I'm overriding. I can use annotation at the rate override. I'm overriding. One method I'm overriding. Public. Do you know why I'm keeping public? Or can I remove the public and can I write simply with a double? Could you find something out of it? Some logic here. Guys, could you tell me some answer for me? Do I need to write public mandatory here, or can I remove the public here?
Remove.
Can I remove this public?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So, okay. Cool. Now tell me the answer. Now you tell me the answer. Tell me in interface, by default, the abstract method is public only, na?
Yes.
Okay, sir, but we can't. We can increase the, but we can't decrease.
Yes. Guys, you know already, in interface, by default, that abstract method is public only, na? Of course, you are not writing public, but by default is public only, na? Just now we discussed that point.
Yes.
Yes. What is the point now? In interface, this abstract method is public. And when you are overriding in the class, suppose you are telling that what? Remove the public. If I remove the public, could you tell me what the access modifier? Suppose
Default.
public is removed. Let's say public is removed, okay? Then could you tell me what is the access modifier?
Default.
Default.
Default. In interface, what is the access modifier of this?
Public.
In interface,
Public.
it's public.
Public.
It's public. Very good. So tell me, can you reduce the accessibility?
No.
No, we can't.
No.
No.
We can
We
only
discussed this point already. We can only either use same level of accessibility, otherwise we can increase
High.
accessibility.
Mm.
But we can increase accessibility to next level, high level. But we cannot reduce accessibility. Am I clear with you?
Yes, sir.
That's why whenever we are overriding any method of interface, you must use which access modifier?
Public.
Public. Exactly. Very good. Next, coming to the point, guys. Everybody, tell me. Okay, it's okay. Tell me how many abstract methods are there in remunerator interface?
2.
2. But out of 2, how many abstract methods I am overriding?
1.
1.
1 only I'm overriding. Yes, I'm overriding only 1. Then the question is now, out of 2 abstract methods, just I'm overriding only 1 abstract method.
Yes.
Yes.
Then tell me, I should make this class as which class now?
Abstract.
Abstract class.
Abstract class. Do you know why we are making this class as abstract class? Did you get the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Cool. Cool. That is what I'm expecting from you. I should make this class as abstract. I should make this class as abstract class. Abstract. Okay, class. Abstract class full-time employee. That's what I'm saying. Did you get my point? If, for example, if I'm overriding the next method also, let's say, guys, let's say I'm also overriding the next method. Who is the next method? @override. Okay, I'm using small size. @override. And what's the method? Public. Could you tell me what's the method? Double deduct insurance fee. Deduct insurance fee. Inside this, some logic I will write. Close. Now close the class. Guys, am I clear with you now? Am I clear with you?
Yes,
Everybody?
sir.
Now you tell me, I'm overriding both the methods now. All abstract methods of the interface I'm overriding here.
Yes.
Here I'm overriding all abstract methods of the interface. Am I clear with you?
Yes.
So then you tell me, do I need to make it as abstract?
No.
No.
Not
No.
required.
No need, not required. Not required. I can remove abstract keyword here. I can remove this abstract keyword.
Yes.
I can remove. So finally, did you got the concept, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes.
Tell me which keyword we are going to use here. Which keyword we are using?
Implement.
Implements keyword. Implements keyword. Okay, cool. Please understand me. Let me tell you. What the point I'm writing is, if a class implements an interface, then
Yes.
it has to override all the
Abstract.
abstract methods of that interface. If a class is not overriding any abstract method. If a class is not overriding any abstract method, then
Make
We
the
should
class
make.
you have to make that class as which class?
Abstract.
Abstract class. Abstract class. For example, I write for example here. Example, abstract class. Okay. Abstract class full-time employee implements remunerator. Because I'm overriding only one method here. What's the only one method I'm overriding is public double deduct put fee. There is some logic inside the method. That's okay. That is not a big thing. Logic goes here. Now, guys, did you understood about? So, did you understood about how and what is going on here? Full-time employee
Yes,
implements
sir.
remunerator. Yes. Yes. So that's why we are making this class as which class, guys?
abstract.
Abstract.
Very good. Very good. Next point. Next point, yes. Point is, if you look at interface, remember, guys, in interface, we cannot create a constructor. Interfaces does not have, only who can have constructors? Guys, constructor can be there in a class. Constructor can be there in a class, but we cannot define a constructor in an,
Abstract.
sorry, in interface, we cannot create a
Construct.
constructor. Only we can define the constructor in a class. That's why we cannot create object directly for an interface. Okay. Because you know, object construction depends on constructor. Because at the time of creating an object with a new keyword, new followed by we have to call the constructor only, na?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But for interface, we cannot create a object
Construct.
directly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there is no constructor. Am I
Yes.
clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. I told even yesterday also. What about abstract classes? Abstract class is a class. Correct?
Yes, sir.
A class can have a constructor also. In the yesterday's session, I even gave a question like, can we write a constructor in an abstract class or not? One question also I gave, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Guys, could you tell me, in abstract class, we cannot constructor, but can we create an object for abstract class? Could you tell me that?
No, we cannot create
No, sir,
object,
we
but
cannot
we can
We
create
can't create
construct.
object. Why?
It's not fully
It
implemented.
is not
That's
fully
Exactly.
implemented.
Yes, it is not a fully implemented class. That's why we cannot. Okay, if it is not a fully implemented class, then how can you construct an object for it? Okay. That's why for abstract class also we cannot create object. What about interfaces? What about an interface?
we cannot create
We cannot
Cannot
create.
create
We cannot, because interface does not have any
constructor.
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 So basically I want to say like this point. What the point I'm saying is interfaces doesn't have a constructor. Interface doesn't have a constructor. So we cannot create objects or object. We can't create object for an interface. Okay, guys. What about abstract class also? We cannot create object, na?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me in Java, we cannot create object for what and what?
Interfaces and abstract classes.
Yes. So basically point what I'm saying is in Java, we can't create,
Object.
okay, we can't create an object for what? We can't create an object for
Interfaces.
Interfaces and
interfaces and
Abstract classes.
abstract classes. So did you get my point, guys? Did you understand the point?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Am I clear with you?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We can't create an object for interfaces and abstract classes. That's the point we have to understand. Okay. Next. Okay. But question is, can we create a reference variable?
Yes, sir.
Can we create a reference variable? Reference variable we can create, but object we cannot directly create. Reference variable we can create to store what?
Let's say for
To store what?
Implemented.
To store what?
Ma-
To store implemented class object. Did you get my point? Okay. Let's see, guys. I'll tell you. Don't worry. See here, guys, everyone. See, what I'm saying is, guys, I have an interface like this. Interface. Let's take simple names only. Interface I1. Okay. I'm not writing all. Okay. Interface is there. Next, we have class. Class A implements I1. Okay. Leave it. Tell me, guys, how many classes are there and how many interfaces are there?
One
How many
interface,
interfaces are there and how many classes are
One
there?
interface.
one interface, one class.
One interface is there and one class is there. Now this is main class now. Let's say public class main. It even has a main method also, public static void. When I'm writing in shortcut, PSVM. PSVM of string args. So far, am I clear for you? So far, am I clear for you? Did you get the concept so far? Yes. Okay. Now I'm writing like this. Please understand. I1 equals to new class A. Look at this and understand here. Guys, who is class A? Who is this class A?
Implemented class.
Who is this class A, guys?
Interface.
Oh, you're taking so much time. Yeah.
Interface.
Class A is an interface. Huh? Look at that code and tell me.
The class name.
Class A is an implemented class.
Yes.
Class A is an implemented
Okay,
class
implement
of.
class.
It is an implemented class of I1. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
me
Yes.
at the right side, I'm creating an object for what?
Implemented class.
I'm creating an object for implemented class.
Yes, sir.
At the right side, I'm creating an object for implemented class, guys. Okay. But I'm storing this object in a
Interface of
interface variable I1. I1 is a interface variable, which is nothing but reference variable.
reference variable.
This is okay. But can I write like this now? Directly
Class.
I1, I2 equal to, or I1 equal to new
New-
I1?
No.
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 This is no. Why this is no? Because
Interface.
I1 is an interface, so we cannot create what? Object. That's why
Object.
we cannot create. Yeah. We cannot create object for what? Interface. We can only create an object for what?
Implement
Class. Implementation class or implemented class. Who is the implemented class here?
class A.
Class A.
Class A. Who is the implemented class here?
Class
Class
A.
A.
Class A. Class A. Am I clear with this so far? Did you understand
Yes.
my point so far?
Yes. Sir.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. We'll go ahead. Please understand. We'll go ahead. We'll go ahead. Point what I'm saying is in Java, we can't create an object for interfaces and abstract classes. Okay. Okay. But what we can create?
Implemented class.
Reference variable.
We can
Reference.
create a reference variable. Yeah. We can get a reference variable for an interface. Okay. Which can store
In
implemented class object.
class.
implemented class object. Again, example, because everything is based on example. So example, let's say I have an interface called interface. Let's say I have an interface and I want to write interface name. Let's say interface name is, okay.
Right.
Okay, let's take inter1 or I1 or my inter. That's better. My inter. Okay, inside interface, there are some methods. Okay, so I'm just writing dash 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 because don't get confused. Okay, I'll move this example to the next page. Yes, this is my inter. Now I'm writing class. Class, my class implements my inter.
That's my inter.
Am I clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Class, my class implements my inter. So something like this. This is a class. This is a class. That is an interface and this is a class. So class, my class implements my inter. I have an interface called my inter. I have a class called my class. My class implements what?
My
My
interface.
My inter. Okay. Now we have a main class. Public class main. With the public static void main method. Okay. The PSVM, public static void main with the string args. So what I'm doing inside this, my inter mi equal to new my
class.
inter. For example, new my inter. For example, I'm telling. Tell me this is correct or wrong?
Wrong. Error.
This is error. Because directly we cannot create object for interface. What about my inter mi2 equal to new my class?
This is valid.
This is valid. Next, one more question. My class. Okay, next, one more question. My class mi3 equal to new my class. Could you tell me what is the answer for this?
Correct.
Correct. What is there in that? It's just like creating an object for a normal class only, right?
Hmm.
Right. My class is a class. You are creating an object. That's it. How do you create an object for a class? You know, class name, object name equal to new, then class name with the parenthesis. This is called as constructor. You know this point already,
Yes, sir.
right? Last two statements are valid, but the first one is error.
Error.
The first one is error. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. Guys, so far we have discussed about like interface, implementing, and for interface we cannot create object, but we can create a reference variable. Okay, these things are which is correct and which is wrong that we discussed now. Now coming to the point, suppose if we create a class. At the time of discussing about inheritance, we discussed about a point like multiple inheritance. Do you know the point? Multiple inheritance is not supported in Java.
Yes. Sir.
Yes. At class level, it is not supported, but at interface
At the class level,
it is supported.
yes, at class level, multiple inheritance is not supported, but at interface level, we can able to achieve this multiple inheritance. That's what we discussed.
Yes.
Yes, guys. Okay, I would like to tell you something. What's the point I'm saying is that same thing. What's the point I'm saying is that really at interfaces level, we can achieve multiple inheritance. So how it is possible? A class can implement more than one interface also. Suppose if there are two interfaces, a class can implement both interfaces. Okay, for example, let's say, just for example only I'm talking about. For example, I have an interface, let's say, for example only. Just observe it, guys. For example, I have an interface called paging. Okay, names I'm taking, don't worry about that. And I have one more interface called sorting. Guys, I have an interface called paging, another interface called sorting. Then I'm writing a class, some class name, demo is my class, why not? Implements paging, comma, sorting. If you look at this class, guys, tell me how many interfaces this class is implementing here. This class is implementing what? This class is implementing what? Two interfaces. First one is what? Paging. Second one is what? Sorting. So one class can implement.
Two interfaces.
So one class can implement two interfaces also. One class can implement two interfaces also. Did you get my point? Did you get my point, guys? One class can implement two interfaces also. One class can implement multiple interfaces. Did you get my point? One class can implement multiple interfaces. This concept name is called. Okay, this concept name is called multiple inheritance. Okay, what's the class name here? Demo. This one class has how many parents? How many parent interfaces?
Two.
Two. This is called what type of inheritance?
Multiple.
Multiple inheritance. Did you understand the point now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Cool. So next point I want to add is the same thing. What's the point? Next point is a class can implement. How many? A class can implement? Just tell me, a class can implement what? A class can implement multiple interfaces. A class can implement multiple interfaces. So we can achieve multiple
Inheritance.
with what?
Interfaces.
A class can implement multiple interfaces. So we can achieve multiple inheritance with the interfaces. Am I clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Please try to get the point here. Okay. Example I'll write. Okay. We can achieve multiple inheritance with interfaces. So same example I'm writing, or could be some other example. It could be something, but you have to understand the concept. That's it. Let's say I have an interface called paging. Let's say I have an interface called sorting. There are two interfaces with me. One interface name is paging, other interface name is sorting. Interface is sorting. Then I'm writing class. Let's say class. Okay, class. Let's say. Okay, class name could be anything. It doesn't matter. Let's say, for example, I'm class. Class name is, instead of taking demo, I'm taking employee service. Implements. Paging, comma, sorting. We use comma simply. With the comma, we can separate and we can add multiple interfaces. How many you want, you can write. That's what I'm saying. This is the example. Implements, paging, comma, sorting. Comma just we can use. Okay. Do you know who is the base class of employee service? Do you know who is the base class of this class called employee service? Could you tell me who is the base class of employee service?
Interface.
Sorry? Who is the base class of employee service?
Object class.
Yes, very good, nice. Object class. Because for every class in Java, who is the base class? By default, parent class?
Object class.
Object class. Okay. The default parent class for a class is object only, na? Right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, do you have a constructor in the class employee service? In this class, do you have a constructor?
Yes.
Okay. Again, once again, I'm asking guys, do we have constructor in this class called employee service? Please tell me. do we have constructor in this employee service? Please tell me that. Do we have constructor in the employee service class? No. Do we have the constructor?
No.
No.
Default constructor.
Okay, I'll come one by one step. Don't worry, you'll get the answer. Tell me, do we have constructor in the interface paging?
No.
No.
No, because interface does not have a constructor.
Yes.
Do you have constructor in the sorting?
No.
No, because it is interface. Interface does not have a constructor. Very good. What about now class employee service? Do you have a constructor in the class employee service?
No.
No, but it is a default.
Default constructor is
Constructor is there. How can you say no? It is there. Of course, you are not writing.
Yeah.
But I told you already, Java compiler will add a constructor
Yes,
if you
default
don't write the constructor, which is called default constructor.
Yes, sir.
Which is called which constructor? Default constructor.
default constructor.
Yes, default constructor. Tell me the class employee service has a default constructor. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Tell me in every constructor who is a first statement. Who is the first
Super.
statement in every constructor? Super.
Super.
Very
Yes.
good. First statement is super. Tell me super is a statement used to call. Super method is to call.
Parent
class.
Parent
class.
class constructor. Who is a
Yes.
parent class here? Who is the
Object,
parent class here?
object class.
Object class.
Object class.
Yes.
Nice. Object class is the parent class. It's calling the object class constructor. I mean, don't get confused. There is a default constructor with the first statement is super method calls, but interface does not have a constructor. Then how it works? Don't get that kind of confusion. That's why I'm explaining this point. Am I clear?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, one class can implement multiple interfaces or not? Can we implement multiple interfaces into a class?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, we can implement what? Multiple interfaces into what? A class. Okay.
Okay.
It's possible. This is called what type of inheritance?
Multiple inheritance.
This is called multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance. Am I clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay. One more. I have to explain multiple. See, understand clearly. When a class is implementing interface, suppose there is a class, it is implementing interface. Please understand me. There is a class implementing interface. Okay.
Okay.
Can that class extend a class, another class? So what I'm trying to say is, no, I want to create a class and that class would extend one parent class and should implement one interface also. Can we do that?
Yes, sir.
What do you think on that? What do you think on that? What do you think on that? A class wants to extend one class and also class wants to implement interface. Is it possible?
Implement.
Sorry?
Yes, sir. At a time both.
Is it possible at a time?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Answer is correct. Yes. Guys, understand what's the point I'm saying? A class can extend a class and it can also implement interfaces.
Mm.
A class can extend a class and also it can implement interface. In this case, what is two keywords? Do you know what the two keywords?
Extends and implement.
One is extends keyword, second one is implements keyword. Both the keywords you have to use. But which one I have to use first? That's a question. Either extends first or implements first. Which keyword I have to use first?
Depends on the interpreter the class.
No. I think you're not concentrating today. Maybe because of Saturday, I don't know. But thing is, see, I'm asking very simple question. I'm only telling answers actually. What I'm saying is a class can extend another class, and it can also implement interface. Both at a time it can do. But question is, which keyword should come first?
Extend.
First it should get extends keyword, followed by implements keyword.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. That's it. Nothing is there in that. Okay. Could you tell me what's the answer?
Extend
What
for
I'm saying is,
implement.
what I'm saying is a class can extend another class, and also it can implement an interface, okay, at a time. In this case, tell me guys, in this case, what to do?
Extends will come first.
In this case, we have to use extends keyword first,
Then implement.
then implements keyword. See, for example, I'm writing class. Suppose I'm writing, there is nothing, okay? Class B. Let's say class B extends class A, implements my inter. Now, did you understood about all these things?
Yes, sir.
Did you understood about all these things, right, guys? Am I clear with you so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me which keyword should come first?
Extends.
Extends keyword, followed by implements. But if I write first implements and extends, it is going to give compile time error. That's what I'm trying to explain. Am I clear with you?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now coming to a question. Let me ask a question. So my question is, okay guys, my question is, let's say I have interface first. First is my interface name first. Let's say I have an interface first. Let's say, for example, I have an interface called first.
No.
Okay, did you get my point, guys? Everyone? Let's say we have an interface called first.
Okay.
What's the method name here? What's the abstract method name?
M1.
Let's say I have an interface called second. Let's say I have an interface called second. Second is another interface. Let's say the method is void M2. Sorry, M1 only, not M2. Can I create two interfaces like this? Guys, can I create two interfaces? Interface first, interface second. Can I create like this two interfaces?
అసలు ఈ ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటి నాకు అర్థం కాదు, ఎందుకు పడతలేదు?
Did you get my point?
కడుపు ఎందుకు వస్తుంది?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Interface first, interface second, M1, M1.
పిల్లగాడు కడుపు వస్తుంది.
Did you get my point? Both the interfaces. I think somebody has to go into mute. Please mute yourself and talk to some other. Yeah. Interface first, interface second, M1, M1. Can I create two interfaces like this? That's my question. First and second, two interfaces I want to create. I want to create M1, M1, the same method in the both interfaces. Can we create an interface like this? What do you think? What do you think? Can we do like this? Can we create interfaces like this? Interface first interface second with M1 and M1? Yes. Okay, because both are separate interfaces. First is an interface, second is an interface. Yes, I can do it. Guys, I can do it. Okay, now class, my class. Implements is a keyword now. First comma second. I have a question to you now. Here is my question. Tell me, in first interface first, how many abstract methods are there?
One.
One abstract method. What's the name?
M1.
M1. Very good. In interface second also, how many abstract methods are there?
One.
One. What's the name of the method?
M1.
M1. Then question comes here. Both methods names are M1 and M1 only, na?
Yes.
Now tell me how many times I have to override the method M1? How many times I have to override this method M1?
2 times.
2 times.
Very good. Okay. Let's say I'm overriding. At the rate override, I have to use public now because in interface each method is public.
Yes, sir.
Void M1. Okay. So you're asking me that you have to override one more time also, no? At the rate override, public void M1. This is what you're asking me, right? I have a question. Can we override a method in a same class?
No, sir.
No. You have to read the notes every day, guys. Please try to be in touch with that because I think you are getting confused with the subject. If you don't have any clarity, then this confusion will be traveled along with you like this only. If you want to get out of confusion, please go through the recording videos once and also try to first read the notes because I'm giving each and every point very clearly. Every day, don't forget to read the notes and don't forget to practice it. Okay. So give more priority for reading the notes, practicing, then only you do the remaining work, please, because otherwise what happens, you will be this kind of in dilemma and confusion, you will complete the course. Okay. So in a single class, we cannot override the method. It's not possible to override same method in the same class. For
Yes,
method overriding, inheritance is mandatory. We can override the parent class method in the child class.
Yes.
But we cannot override a method in the same class. Overloading we can do, but overriding you cannot do in the same class. Okay, that's why don't write 2 times like this. This is an error. This is going to give you a compile time error. Don't write like this. I'm deleting, of course. Am I clear with you? Okay, you have to override one time only, not 2 times. Even though M1 and M1 method 2 times is there in first interface and second interface, but you have to override this M1 method for one time only. This is a point I want to tell you. Am I clear with you? Tell me how many times you have to override M1 method now?
Only one time.
Only one time only. Okay, only one time you have to override M1 method. And this M1 method, whatever M1 method that you have overridden here, this M1 method is now, this definition will be applicable for the first interface and also for the second interface. That's it. How many times you have to override?
One time.
One time. Am I clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. One time only you have to override. Correct. So these are all important things that you must know. Okay. I mean, basic points. Later we'll see complete example with executing the example and all. But first, try to understand. So the point I'm writing is, suppose a class is implementing. This notes is very important. Today, please go through, not only today, every day, please go through the notes, try to see the examples, try to recollect the subject, what I have explained. Otherwise, you just go through the recording video for one more time. What is there in that? But, you should be in sync with the class. Okay, that's very important. Suppose a class implements two interfaces where the two interfaces contains same abstract method. Then the class has to override the method for one time only. Did you get my point? The class has to override the method for one time only. Example, same example I'll give you. Example, interface. What's the interface name? Interface is okay. What's the interface name? Interface name is first. Interface name is first. Am I clear with you? Interface name is first. Everyone. Next, method name is M1. Next interface name is second. Here also method name is M1
M1.
only. Okay. In both the places it is M1 only. Okay. Void M1. Now class, my class. Implements. Keyword is implements now.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Implements what and what? First comma.
First and second.
Second. Okay. Here override. Override. Which method am I overriding? Public. Void.
M1.
Public void M1. Public void M1 and define the logic. That's it. This example. Am I clear? Am I clear for you so far? Whatever we discussed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Am I clear? Am I clear for you so far? Whatever we discussed. Okay. So far, so this is what recap. Let's see the recap of what we discussed today. At least we'll do a recap for 2 minutes. Today we started with the topic called interfaces. Today we have started our topic with the called interfaces. Yesterday we have completed about a topic called what?
Abstract.
What's the topic? Abstract classes. Abstract classes. Okay. Could you tell
Yes,
me
sir.
what is an interface? Could you tell me what is an interface? What is an interface? Could you tell me, everyone, what is an interface? Could you tell me, first of all, what is an interface to me? Anybody? Guys, could you tell me what is an interface? Am I audible to you?
I can only ask that.
Yes.
Yes. What is an interface then? Tell me the answer. What is an interface? Guys, what is an interface? Interface is a contract for the classes. Okay. Interface is a contract for the interface. Interfaces are used to define contract for the classes. Contract for the classes. Okay. Okay. What interface contains? An interface is a collection of
Interface.
Public
interface is a
stack,
collection of
Variables.
variables.
no, not don't say variables and method. Variables and
Public
method is class,
stack.
na.
Final
Public static
Static
final
final
variables.
final
na.
variables.
Public
Abstract
also.
methods.
Public static final
abstract.
variables and public abstract
Public
methods.
abstract methods.
Interface is a collection of public static final variables and public abstract methods.
But methods.
From Java 8, we can also write what and what methods in Java 8, from Java 8.
Default methods.
Static method.
Static and default method.
So from Java 8, we can add static methods and default methods also. Okay, that's okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, leave it. Which keyword which keyword is used by a class to
By
implement
using,
the interface?
To
by
implement,
using,
implement keyword.
Implements keyword. Can you have a constructor interface?
No, sir.
no,
No, we don't have a constructor interface. Okay, can we create object for interface?
No, sir.
No.
No. but
Can
you
we create
create
object for
methods.
abstract class?
No, sir.
No.
No. For abstract class interfaces, can we create objects?
Yes.
No, sir.
Can we
No.
create objects for abstract class interfaces?
No.
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 Can we create constructor in abstract class?
No.
No.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Abstract class for constructor,
Okay. We can create constructor in abstract class,
not for interfaces.
but not in interface.
Mm.
Okay. Yesterday we discussed about this question answer also.
Yes, yes.
That's why I'm asking you, please go through the notes every day. Okay. Next point. Okay. Leave it. Next point. Okay. How many interfaces can be implemented by a class? How many
Multiple.
interfaces can be
Multiple.
implemented?
Yes, multiple.
Sorry.
More than one.
Multiple.
Multiple. A class can implement multiple interfaces.
Yes.
A class can implement
Multiple.
Multiple
yes,
interfaces.
multiple interfaces. Yes, it can implement 2, 3, 4, 5 number of interfaces, right? It's allowed. I have a question. In extends and implements, if I want to use both keywords at a time, which one I have to use first?
Extends.
Extends followed by
Followed by implements.
implements. Extends followed by implements. Okay. So these are all. If suppose a class is implementing 2 interfaces and both are having same abstract method, then tell me how many times you have to override that method?
One time.
One time. That's what the last point.
Yes, sir.
That's what the last point. Yes.
Yes.
Only for one time. Can we create reference variable for an interface?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
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 We can create
Yes, we can create reference, but we cannot create
object.
object. Suppose a class is implementing interface. Suppose a class is implementing interface, but it is not overriding all the abstract methods. Then what should I do?
Make that class as abstract.
Yes, I need to make the class as abstract. Am I right?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Cool,
Yes, sir.
cool guys, cool. So that's how we are going to end up our session.